guys, Holding Hands with you, bringing you My Hero Academia review, chapter 195, titled Clash A1 versus Class B. This was a really easy chapter to go through. It was explained that this A versus B was going to be a team battle, and basically everyone had to set us up in teams of 4. But thanks to Shinso being, invited, he had the opportunity to join 2 teams. He had to be in one team from Class A and one from Class B. So at all the teams from each classes, there's going to be one team that's going to have 5 members, but the rest has 4. Same thing for the opposite side, so everything is basically balanced out, and to be fair. And because he gets to pick 2 teams, we see what the numbers he drew, because they had to draw lots, and he drew 1 and 5. 1 is Class A1. He's with Sue, Koji, Kashima, the guy who can harden his skin, and what's his name? Hold up, I wrote it down. Kaminari, the lightning dude. So he has a lightning dude on his team. He has Sue, who's technically water based. He has the hardening dude, which is like Earth, and then Koda, the animal and people person. So that's a really weird team that Shinso's on, because if you think about it, it's technically like Earth, Wind, Water, Fire. He got like the Avatar team, technically speaking, which is weird, but that's how I thought about it when I first seen it. It's like, wow, each 4 of them is basically based on one of those elements, and he just there as the voice of all reason. But that's the team that he had to join for A1. Then for B2, Class B, he's on Team 5 on that one, and I don't remember none of their names because we barely get anything from from Class B, but it was stated by All Might that even though Class A1 had more popularity because of all the things they've been through, Class B was able to proceed in their studies more and gain more knowledge on how to use their quirks on the battlefield, and basically they're more book smart than supposedly what our Class A1 is, and A1 is more ability based. And so it's kind of like they balance each other right now, and we do know that they're rivals right now as well. So, but basically the premise of this is 4 versus 4-man cell groups, and for you to win, you must capture all 4 players of your team that you're fighting against. And Class A1, Squad 1, which Shinso's part of, which the people I just mentioned, they had a fight against B1's team. And it's the chick with the vine hair, a guy named Johto, or Javuto, however you pronounce his name, who has the beast quirk, and somebody with like a barrier quirk, and somebody else with like a sound quirk, and some other person, because it's like it was 4 that one before so it was those 4 versus the 5 of A1, and basically things was just looking pretty bad for them, because where Asura went ahead looking for people, the beast guy came up and started attacking them, and they had put Koji in like a cage of sound, so he couldn't speak, so therefore his quirk is useless. And the hardening dude got like blasted off somewhere with a hit, so it was just Kimamara and Shinso there versus this beast dude, and things were looking bad for them. But this is when the interesting part of the chapter kicks in, and also the ending. That mask that we saw that Shinso had, he had pushed like a side button on it, and he started speaking in the voice of that beast man's friend. And it was also stated in this chapter that when he actually his quirk beast and becomes that beast, even though he gains a lot of physical enhancements and he has super hearing, strength, smell, touch, and sense and all that, sight, he does become overly high. Now they said overly high in the manga, which I was reading this on manga stream. Overly high can mean one of three things: either overly high like a drug high when he's not really focused, overly high on like bloodlust, or overly high like he's overly highly confident. So they really didn't specify which of the three is his weakness, or maybe it's a mix of all three. But basically, he got caught with that, and he answered to Shinso when he was recording, And remember, when you answer him, you get caught in his automatic hypnosis. He's kind of like Aizen. Aizen from Bleach, you had to look at his Zanpakuto and you're automatically caught. For Shinso, it's more like you have to answer to his voice and you get caught. So it's a little bit more difficult, but it's almost like the same premise. So that's why the reason why like all the like general class students and our other side students that we got so far, Shinso's my favorite because even though his quirk takes a lot of hard work to develop and to use, but once you get caught in it, it's technically game over quickly. So he took control of that guy, and that's when the chapter ends. And Midoriya, of course, as smart as he is, he notices that, and he knows something is wrong with the mask. He even says it, that mask. So yeah, this was a very good chapter. It's just building up, Shinso's character and powers and his new feats. But I'm happy that he's gonna be joining the hero course. A lot of people think he's gonna join A1, but the reason why I doubt that is two important things people are overlooking. One, A1 has a lot of powerful people already, and they've been through a lot. And second, Midoriya was the one who beat him, and he's like top 4 over there. So he's gonna most likely want to join the opposite, which is Class B, and become one of their top 4, so he can rival Midoriya. He even says in the beginning of the chapter, "I'm not here to be friends with any of y'all or get buddies and stuff like that." And he was just being like a harsh person. But we all know he's only acting that way because he's always been harsh because of what his power is. Because people used to make fun of him saying, "Oh, manipulating powers are basically bad people's powers," and stuff like that. So, but I'm happy that he's sticking to the hero, the good side, and he's being actually now enrolled in the hero course. And it's funny too because he looked like a young version of Aizawa because he got the rubber bands around him, but at the same time he has like that mask piece of Crow, which you just killed a couple of chapters ago from the League of Villains. So it's just funny how that plays out. He looked like a fusion of those two, Crow and Aizawa. But yeah, it'd be nice if he does join Class A1, but I don't see him joining them. I see him joining Class B instead. And it's funny because when he's in Class A1 in this team, fighting their Class 1 and B team, when he goes back to the Class B team, his team on that one is not number 1. He's number 5 on that one. And it's funny because Midoriya's team has to fight that team. So it seems that we're going to get a rematch soon of Midoriya versus Shinso. But the thing is, Midoriya has gotten a lot stronger, and he's always been super smart. Plus, he knows about that weakness, so it's like, what is he going to do? But, yeah, this is awesome. Love this chapter. But, give me your thoughts, comments, and opinions. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your friends and stuff and family. Follow me on Twitter, Holding the Atlas, and I'm also on Aminos. That will be all put down in the description below. And again, I have to say sorry for bringing out these reviews late. I can't bring out the reviews early no more because of my hours from work. And even though my hours from work is only a part-time, 6 hours, problem is the bus ride to come back home and go is like an hour and a half. So I get home pretty late. Then I have to review and analyze the chapters I read, write down some notes, review the videos and edit, so all that stuff takes time. So, but yeah, sorry for bringing this out late again, and if you haven't read it, go read it. But if you read it, go read it again. Really good chapter, some really good stuff. I'm loving Shinso more and more. He was always one of my likable characters in my top I guess 10, 20. But now he's up in my top 5. So, but yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.